Shane, thank you. A scary start to the first day of school at Arcola Lake Elementary. Police arrested 39-year-old Erica Cruz. It was for allegedly threatening another mother. According to the arrest report, that other mother told police that she was walking her son, who is disabled, to school. That's when Cruz allegedly started honking and yelling at her. At one point, she says Cruz threatened to shoot her in the face. When police arrived, they found a gun in Cruz's purse. She was arrested on charges of aggravated battery, aggravated assault with a firearm, and exhibiting a firearm on school property.
All right, so let's hold on for a second, because I'm gonna deep dive a little bit more into this story. But I just want to have a conversation with y'all, because I hear a lot of times people say that it's the school system, that it's the teachers, that it's the principal, that it's the system in general that's what's wrong with a lot of your culture and a lot of people and a lot of students and why they're not learning. But in reality, it's the parents. It's truly the parents' fault, because the parents are the ones that exhibit the behavior that the children mimic and often learn from. And then that's what they then mimic in everyday society and they learn from. There is no greater lesson that is being taught. And if you want to truly look at the majority, not all, but the majority of what children are, then all you got to do is look at their parents. You know, I was looking at a woman and she was talking online, and I meant to do a review video about it, but I forgot about it. But I'm going to go ahead and review it. I'm going to try to find it. But she was talking about the fact that when she went into the school and she was a parent and she was walking through the hallway, she could smell the whiff of marijuana on the children from obviously being in the car and being in the house with their parents. And so the children a lot of times had secondhand smoke and all of that. And if you look at this woman, right, obviously she fits the mold. We got the tattoos all over here and stuff. Usually they have a tattoo on their face, bullnose ring. Maybe they made her pull it out before they took the mugshot. But this woman pretty much fits the narrative of the type of person that will pull some stuff like this. And the only way y'all gonna start to get results is if y'all start holding them accountable by calling the police. And when you see bad things happening, you got to make sure that you call them. And now it's going to be a group of people going to say, what about the kids? The kids are already subjected to a terrorist in the household, and they don't know it. And so they're growing up thinking that this type of behavior is normal. To go on the first day of school and to be so impatient to where you threaten to shoot somebody in the face, and then they can't take that lightly, because when they searched her, she actually had a pistol. And so you don't know what this woman is capable of. And these are the true terrorists. Honest to God, these are the true terrorists inside of the community. It is the parents that then exhibit this type of behavior. These are the ones that will go and cuss out the teacher. These are the ones that will go up and tear up the school. These are the ones that have the most toxic behavior with their children inside of the household. And this is one of the reasons why I say you need two parents, because ultimately that'll balance it out. Or people probably shouldn't even be having kids in the first place, if you just want to be transparent. You need two strong married parents in the household, or people should not be having children in the first place. Could you imagine the type of abuse that the child probably suffers? And I'm not just talking about physical, I'm talking about the mental or the emotional, the lack of spirituality, the growth, the maturity, probably crashing out all day long inside of that house. At 10 times out of 10, I will bet you that she's crashing out in front of that house. Probably got men going back and forth through. Listen, my profiling skills is A1, top tier. And so to think that a woman on the first day of school, that they're taking their children to the first day of school, is threatening another parent who has a disabled child trying to cross the street. And what do you want them to do? You want them to pick them up and run and hurry up and stuff like that? Leave out enough time to be able to take your kids to school. Learn how to be respectful. Wait your turn, and then go ahead and embrace the process. Your first day of school for most children is supposed to be a joyous day, you know? But this is the type of thing that we got going on inside of the community and the culture, and don't nobody want to call it out, and she deserves to go to jail. Let's find out a little bit more about this.
Well, right now at 3:30, a woman is behind bars after police say she threatened to shoot another woman in the school drop-off line.
And she faced a judge this morning on a number of charges. Local 10's Roy Ramos live in Miami with the latest on the case. Roy.
Louis and Janice, yesterday the first day of school for Miami-Dade County students, and this mother says she was just trying to cross the street with her son, who is autistic and unfortunately doesn't walk very quickly. Well, she says that is what enraged another mother, who then threatened to shoot her, she says.
She said, I'm going to tell you this. You have one more thing to say. Just say one word and I'm going to shoot you in your face.
Jennifer Escobar reliving the terrifying moment she came face to face with 39-year-old Erica Cruz, who allegedly threatened to shoot her.
She started cursing at me and she just pushed forward and hit me with the car.
The confrontation all happening as Escobar said she was crossing Northwest 11th Avenue off 81st Street to take her 6-year-old autistic son to class for his first day back to school at Arcola Lake Elementary. Cruz in her car at the same time trying to get her child to class.
She told me...
Hold on. And my profiling skills is on point or no? Every single time, what did they drive? What did I tell y'all that they drive on the Millionaire Morning Show? What did I tell y'all that they drive? They drive a beat up, bumper hit, Nissan Altima. I don't know what the hell Nissan did to sell so many Altimas to crazy women. And, you know, it's unfortunate because the Nissan Altima is supposed to be a decent car. You know, it's inexpensive. It gets you to and from. Why do so many crazy women drive Nissan Altimas with dents and beat up bumpers every single time? I don't know what it is, but I'm telling you, whenever I spot a woman in a Nissan Altima with a beat up bumper, and I never really see a guy in it unless he's driving his girlfriend's car. Anytime I spot a woman with a Nissan Altima beat up bumper, crazy every single time. She looked crazy. She got her bag. She probably had her hand on a pistol the whole time.
Car at the same time trying to get her child to class.
She told me to hurry up and I told her, you could clearly see that my son has difficulty walking.
But before Escobar could even cross the street, Cruz is seen here in this video reaching into her purse.
She didn't expose it, but you could tell she had her hand on the gun.
Escobar telling me it was a passing driver who then stepped in, diffusing the tense situation.
Thanks God there was another bystander that was driving and he said, no, do not pull the trigger.
As Cruz walked off, police quickly responded, placing the elementary school on lockdown to later find the mother leaving the campus with her purse, where inside officers would find a gun and arrest her.
She had it inside her purse, but she walked inside the building, inside the campus.
All I can say is what a terrible way for your child to begin the first day of school with mom getting hauled off to jail. You know, you have to be an adult and set a good example.
Patience. You got to have patience, especially on the first day of class. Cruz remains behind bars right now, facing a number of charges that include aggravated assault to improper display of a firearm while on school grounds.
Listen, man, this is what I'll say. All right, this is what I'm going to tell y'all. Make sure that you just avoid any kind of confrontation whatsoever. The best way to find yourself outside of a confrontation is just to avoid it. Ignore it. You ain't got to go back and forth with these people. And let me just tell you, it's about living another day to make sure that your kid gets to class the next day. The best way to, what I was taught, let me tell you what I was taught. When I went to gun classes, right? One of the things that they taught you in CPL, in Michigan, you got to get a concealed pistols license in order to carry, right? In order to carry a concealed pistol. One of the things that they tell you is when you have this weapon, make sure that it's the absolute last option in order to make sure that you protect yourself or you save yourself. I mean, you know, avoid confrontation at all times. And one of the things that he says stuck with me. He says, sometimes you are saving other people from themselves by making sure that you avoid confrontation. We got to learn resolution skills and how to avoid certain situations and how, when, and not to respond, and never to just engage certain people, but at the same time, make sure that we hold them accountable. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Henley, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. I love you. I appreciate you. Crazy.